Hey everybody, it's Eduardo here with your DraftStream final results and new talent pool. And once again, he's done it. It's the homie G24, aka Gamble24x7. He has taken the top two spots for $75 of the $100 prize pool this week. Yours truly did happen to slip into third, although I'm still tight about white noise not registering a Google user score. Damn it. First could have been mine. Coming in fourth, aka third place money, is the Canadian sensation, Jaybird. Look at that. About 50 points behind. How'd that feel, Jaybird? And then rounding out the top five, it's me again. 1,361 points. Some other fan favorites. The Roan in seventh place. Brown Baby, aka the Draft Mom, in 10th place. So at least you're in the top half this week, Mom. And then also, not much of a contest this week for the low ball, Jaybird. Once again, getting the low ball. I think that's 2 weeks in a row on the low, Jaybird. Well done. So his total take will be $25, while G24, the homie, takes home $75, $50 for first, $25 for second. Let's take a look at this perfect call sheet right here. And yes, it's a Queen's world. We're just living in it. A nice little six-pack here of the Queen's Gambit anchored. The somewhat unusual these days, what's that, a 631 headliner co-star day player construction. It's been a while since we had one of these. The 811 has been taking over. But you just could not deny the value on offer with the Queen's Gambit. You probably could have even had a 7th Queen's Gambit actor if it weren't for salaries involved. To make up salary, you had Blackish. And actually, look, the rest is just a salary dump, to be honest with you. Because the Queen's Gambit had such good value at... I'm sorry. I'm tripping. I was thinking about the low ball. My bad. I take that back. It was not a salary dump. No, the perfect call sheet. No, sorry. Take that back. You had plenty of room to run with savings here with this six-pack, which allowed you to get a few of the pricier options up here. Blackish, strong in its 7th season debut, 108.25 for 151. Headliner stack of my next guest needs no introduction. The odd couple of Kim Kardashian West and David Letterman, 154 points apiece. And Perdita, coming off the top rope. I'm always a little nervous when it comes to foreign dramatic series on Netflix. You never know if it gets lost in the Netflix fire hose of content. This one was able to stand out above the pack, garnering 149.94 for only 10,700. So great value all around here on the perfect call sheet for a staggering $14.94. I don't think we've had quite yet a perfect call sheet that's touched 1,500. But if there ever was a week, this was the week. Because let me tell you, we ran a little hot again, just under 90 on average, raising the season average from 85.9 something to above 86. So that season average keeps creeping up and up and up. And it came from the strength of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 titles over 100 points. And once again, the Queen's Gambit just really coming out of nowhere. Not only did I underprice it, and honestly, how was I supposed to know? I had no idea because there was very little. With a lot of these Netflix original series, there's very little to go on at the time of salary making. So I don't even feel bad about it. I did not see this coming. But at 119.55, that actually is the third highest scoring title in DraftStream history, behind The Last Dance at 124.15 and Hamilton at 121 something something. So that is pretty esteemed company. And I'm only through 3 episodes, but I'm really enjoying The Queen's Gambit. It has excellent music, great performance by Anya Taylor-Joy, and those eyes. If you know what I'm talking about. Look, I mean, these big brown eyes are just, just peering at you the entire time. It's kind of got a freaky, deadish quality to them. How it just kind of sees right through you to your chest moving soul. But anyways, I'm enjoying it. The Draft Mom's enjoying it. And I don't know if it's 119 points worth, but it's good stuff. So anyway, so on the strength of that, that's how you pretty much got your top 3 up here. We've gone over them previously. Just a quick recap. He had, he Gamble24 nailed about 6 of the 10 slots in the perfect call sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Queen's Gambit and a Perdita. Oh, and actually 7. I take it back. He also had Tracee Ellis Ross from Blackish in the fold as well. And 537 votes, I think, is a bit of an... these HBO documentaries actually tend to do pretty poorly. They don't always get covered enough to get a comprehensive score, but I think people are sleeping on 537 votes, and it's the type of thing where if you're a political junkie like I am, you'll really enjoy it. Or if you want to freak out about how this election can possibly be stolen, you probably don't want to watch that until after the election day. I hope hopefully people will watch it after election day once this thing has been secured and democracy is safe. My call sheet, I really went in on the Queen's Gambit. I had a 6-pack. I had a 7-stack. My bad. I had a 7-stack of Queen's Gambit, which probably, and I just went too much into white. I'm telling you, white noise. It was good. Just did not get that Google user score. Jaybird for his 3rd place in the money call sheet. He went with the traditional 811 headliner, co-star, day player. He had not enough exposure to the Queen's Gambit. That's what kept him out of the top spot. And let's see how once and for all the Draft Mom finished up. So, 10th, essentially better, slightly better than half. You want to see her do better. Were there any mistakes made along the way? Nope. She also got betrayed by 537 votes. I like that. The exposure to Borat, a little too pricey. It's not even like I try to put it out there as like a trick question or anything. I honestly thought Borat would do better, but then in my love of a good news cycle and really how much I truly admired and adored the first Borat, I didn't realize that Borat truly is not for everyone. He does a lot of kind of reality-based shock comedy, and even though I want to watch this movie again, I have to recognize that Borat is not everyone's cup of tea. So the fact that she had Borat slowed her down, I think I did do one call sheet with Borat in there, just on GP because I love Borat. And the construction isn't bad. You always kind of hate to have to punt. If you're punting, make sure that the salary, the low or minimal salary that you're going for is going to be worth it compared to what you're trying to squeeze into your call sheet. And in this case, the Goldbergs wasn't worth it, really. There's some value there, I guess, but just barely. Actually, not even. 92.65 divided by 8.6. Oh, okay. All right. So it's getting 10. So you're barely making value with the Goldbergs here. It's not egregious play, Mom, but yeah, we could do better. And it seemed like she's going for a couple of stars, Tara Willie and Borat, and then trying to squeeze some. This is actually good value here. just underperformed for whatever reason. I do like the Kim Kardashian West here as the cheaper headliner, and your instincts were good on Perdita. 7-1 construction. I mean, it's not bad. It's just we all got sold out by 537 votes. We truly did. And one more call sheets to take a look at before we go. Oh yeah, Drew Zod. I see you try to go for a lowball call sheet. Well, not only did you miss the mark score-wise, but unfortunately you need to have a minimum $75,000 in salary spent. So keep that in mind this week when you go for the low. And a guy I like to keep my eye on, they haven't heard much from lately, the Roan. What's going on here? So you had exposure to the Queen's Gambit, but you needed a headliner. Rebecca underperformed. Well, actually, I'm not even sure it performed. It's just not a good movie. So it did what it did. It did its numbers. On the Rocks, you really would have hoped it would have got more out of it. I mean, at 130, I mean, you're barely making value there. And I like the headliner stack of Letterman. And The Undoing is good. I watched the first episode last night. I want to be part of the cultural conversation. It's a mystery. I'm into it. It's HBO, so, there's some nudity involved. I'm into that. And Nicole Kidman just looking, fabulous and trying on a very slight New York accent. I'm undecided on how I feel about it. It's not bad, but it's not, great either. But it's also not very showy. So, I don't know. It's interesting. So, not a bad call sheet here, although Rebecca really weighed you down. We'll see what you come up with this week, Henry G. And before we go on to the new talent pool, the lowball perfect call sheet, Friendsgiving, a 6-pack of that crap, and Malin Akerman, man. We need to get her a good job because she truly was written off of Billions, where her Lara character really didn't have much room to go or grow once she and Bobby Axelrod got divorced. Daedalus, yeah, that just did not perform well. Borat here, strictly for salary, because these are so cheap, you had to make up salary somewhere. And same thing with Move. Move being one of our rare full defaulters this week. And I'm kind of curious about it because I do like dance. I don't know if I want to see a dance series, but if it's a combo dance and travelogue, like dance around the world, I might be into it. I might have to check that out. All right, so quick look at the money leader standings, and there he is, Gamble 24x7, a full $105 ahead of Jaybird. I mean, this used to be a Jaybird runaway, and now Gamble 24x7 is in the lead. And for those of you who are concerned that technology might be taking over, that Jaybird and his use of an Excel solver would be unbeatable, well, no. G24, who famously does not use an optimizer or solver, is doing it out here for the everyman. Doing it out here just on straight up game theory, guts and grit, week to week. No tech necessary. So just something to keep in mind, especially as we get to the web app and we expand out to allow in hundreds and thousands of players. Some will be using an optimizer, most won't. And you can still win at this game without using an optimizer. Look at me, I'm out here getting third place without an optimizer as well. So take heart. You too can win some money. All right, so this week's new talent pool, 25 hot ones from American Housewife all the way down to Truth Seekers. Now, the big ticket item this week is going to be The Mandalorian. And I say that because it's true. 20,200 Pedro Pascal. Now, mind you, I am taking to heart the lessons of Borat last week, even though this is more expensive than Borat was. Everyone loves The Mandalorian. Everyone loves Little Baby Yoda, aka the child. I mean, I don't see how this does anything less than a 115 out the box, like a 115 on Thursday. Like, seriously, this thing drops on, and actually something else to be a guide for us too. At the end of the, look at how these numbers crested towards the end of the run. So 9.1, 9.3. So I honestly think we could see season 2, episode 1 start with like a 9.5 because people are so pent up for Mandalorian content and Little Baby Yoda. Now, this time around, Little Baby Yoda is in all of the marketing materials this time. He's not surprised. I'm sure this series will have some surprises for us, but it will not be the irrepressible, adorable cuteness of LBY, Little Baby Yoda, aka the child. So 2,200 seems apropos for Pedro Pascal, 19.9 for Carl Weathers, 18,200 if you want to get in on some cheap day player goodness with The Mandalorian. Subura, which I do not know much about, is back for season 3, very well regarded and high rated, so it gets 18,000 for its headliners to start. This Is Us, the critical and ratings juggernaut. This Is Us starts season 5, 16,500. Felt right from Andy Moore and Milo Ventimiglia. Something called Ghosts has already had, I believe, a British half-life, so it comes with a lot of ratings baked in, and the salary does reflect that. So what's going to be our hidden gem this week? What's going to be fairly cheap that can actually do pretty well for us? Well, I don't know about you, but I've got high hopes for Sarah Cooper's... Where'd it go? Sarah Cooper's Everything's Fine. I think we can get that. We can get that for... If we can get Sarah Cooper at 12,400, Helen Mirren at 12,000 even. Everyone loves Sarah Cooper online. She's got a really big cast of... She's got a really big cast of guests in this special. I guess it's like a 1.5 hour special. So I'm intrigued. I think everyone's going to check it out. I think she's got over 1 million followers on Twitter. So she's definitely getting the word out to her following. And I don't know. Everyone adores Sarah Cooper. So we're rooting for her. Unless it is totally bad, I think it's going to do fine. And so this could be like, I don't know, 105, 110. And getting that kind of value with headliners at 12,400. I mean, it's not Queen's Gambit level of value, but it's still good value. You just never know. The Craft Legacy. I don't know. I didn't really know how to salary this one entirely. Horror does kind of skew a little bit cheaper when it comes to earning points. But if there's the Craft Hive out there from a movie that came out like 25 years ago, I mean, they may come out in force because they love the craft. They want to see this extension. It's not a reboot, but this extension in the Craft cinematic universe. I don't know. So I'm intrigued to see how the Donut King does. I have no real concrete thoughts on it, except it seems kind of adorable, and people might be coming out for that. I think, it's already got an 8.7, so this also could be some sneaky mid-level value. And as far as true value, I think Truth Seekers might have some potential. What platform is it? It is Prime. We don't really have a good handle on Prime shows as opposed to, say, Apple TV Plus, which we know stands for value. Same thing with Hulu. But those are my initial impressions coming off the first look at the slate. Emma Roberts, Holiday. I mean, we know nothing about this. It's too fucking early. It's October, for crying out loud. But we are starting to veer towards the holiday stuff. I saw eggnog in the refrigerator at the grocery store last night. eggnog. It's not even November, you animals. But apparently the streamers are starting to steer into the skid right now, so I'm gonna have to see some really decent reviews for me to even take 30 minutes out of this. I mean, I'm not against a good holiday movie. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite movies from last year was Discovering Noel on Disney Plus. Oh God, Noel was great. Anna Kendrick was such a marvel. But I don't know, man, about holiday. So we'll just kind of keep our eyes out for this type of stuff as we turn into the holiday season, albeit way too early. Alright, so that's going to do it, everybody. Get your 3 call sheets in to cinemadraft@gmail.com by Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. And we'll reconvene for our DraftStream call sheet review and weekend preview. Thanks, everybody, for playing. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you back here on Thursday. Holla at your boy.